Politics fucking sucks. The world is doomed. Also, watch me react to a new high school horror video game. Mario Karts are banned in Tokyo. The entire crew and passengers of a jumbo jet survive. We have some amazing shots of the asteroid Japan landed on, and loads of video game related news. I go by the name of Johnny Massacre, and you're witnessing the Johnny Massacre show. Alright, I really don't want to talk about politics, so I'm going to get this out of the way quickly, but you've probably seen some kind of news about this guy called Brett Kavanaugh, who's being nominated to the Supreme Court, and just before the nomination, there was some sexual assault allegations that came out. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but people on the left and right are going mad. They're losing their fucking minds, and this is why I'm happy that Trump got into power, because it has exposed how fucking biased the media is. I think it's it's just, I'm happy Trump's there, because otherwise I wouldn't be seeing any of this shit. Now, I don't know if this guy's guilty or not, and actually nobody knows, but if you look at the media, the way they're talking about it and portraying this guy, Brett Kavanaugh, it's like guilty until proven innocent. It's fucking insane, and there's loads of feminists and left-wing people coming out, especially women, just hating on him and reveling in the fact that his life has been ruined, whether rightly or wrongly. So I just want to show you some of the articles today in the media, just so you know how fucking fucked the media is, and never ever trust these news outlets. Okay? So, the worst by far is Vox. The worst by far is Vox. So, let's bring this up. So the first one I brought up was the New Yorker. Right, look at, they use a picture of this guy's face like he's the biggest cunt in the world. When he did this speech, he was breaking down into tears because he was saying his life had been ruined, and he's basically letting everyone know that his daughters will never be able to go to school again without their dad being called a rapist. Whether he did something or not, we don't know yet. So to put a picture like that when there's no evidence yet has been supplied, no concrete evidence, is just fucking disgusting. And look at the headline. Kavanaugh hearings will be remembered as a grotesque display of patriarchal resentment. This is a batshit crazy feminist called Doreen St. Felix. And as you can see, people on the left, especially quite far left, they will use anyone as a scapegoat to push their agenda, and they don't care if they ruin their lives. And they actually take some weird kind of sadistic pleasure in seeing men get hurt. It's so fucking weird. Let's just, I mean, my God. Let's just go down to the bottom, because I remember there was some ridiculous line here. So the last sentence of her article is, the next year was said to be the year of the woman. Our next year, like this one, will be the year of the man. Okay, so what's happened? Someone has come out just before this guy's Supreme Court nomination and alleged that they were sexually assaulted. No evidence has been supplied whatsoever. No good evidence yet. And this woman has already convicted the guy and said next year is the year of the man, because this guy's not going to jail. Imagine someone accused you of being a rapist and you fight back and say, I'm not a rapist, when you're innocent. And that makes you a scumbag and basically iconic of everything that's wrong with your gender. How fucking twisted and sick are these people, man? Seriously. Okay, next up, Vox. Brett Kavanaugh is terrified. That's the headline. Okay, so imagine you're accused of rape and then someone mocks you and says, oh, you're terrified. What do they expect this guy to do, for fuck's sake? Whatever happens with Kavanaugh's confirmation, men are no longer safe from the testimony of women, and they're starting to get scared. So if a woman comes along and makes up that a guy raped her, we can all make snide and snarky comments about men being afraid. How fucked up is this? So imagine someone accuses you of rape and you're innocent, and then someone writes an article about you and says you're no longer safe. You're no longer safe. So this is basically saying any woman who says that she's been sexually assaulted, they have to be believed. Imagine if you give that much power to women. Do you think that power might be abused? I think it fucking might be. So this is just an absolutely disgusting headline by Anna North. Vox is the absolute worst. Another one by Vox. Lindsey Graham, Brett Kavanaugh, and the unleashing of white male backlash. So they're twisting this into their weird language game of feminism, white males, blah, blah, blah. This is so depressing. How has it come to this? How has it come to this where this guy, there's no evidence yet, and we're getting articles attacking white people, like fully just mocking white people and demonizing white people? How is this even possible? How is this fucking possible? Because if there's an article where you demonize black people, it would be, the world would fucking implode. But it's okay to cuss white people. Look, can we stop fucking doing this shit? Can we just stop fucking attacking each other's race, please? For fuck's sake, this is going too far. The world is a fucked up place right now. We got to stop doing this shit. You're running articles to promote your weird agenda, which is just designed to get votes, in the face of a very serious allegation where there's no evidence yet. You're just using that, you're exploiting that to push your own agenda. You people are so fucking sick. Innocent until proven guilty. Nobody knows if this guy's guilty yet, and it's a little bit suspect. Just before the nomination, suddenly these sexual assault claims come out when it's been proven that they were known about for some time. Good timing, hey? But you're already running articles saying men are trash, putting an ugly image of his face, trying to make him look guilty. Why would you do that to someone who's been accused of rape or sexual assault when the verdict hasn't been given yet? Seriously, do you hate men so much you want to have some weird system where all women's accounts are more credible and anything a woman says against a guy must be true? So you're saying all women are pure and virtuous? Women never fucking lie. So women can just go around and be trusted to tell the truth at all times, and as soon as they say a guy did something, his life will be ruined. Is that okay? Because hey, if I was a woman and someone pissed me off, I'd just call them a rapist and everyone would believe me. How fucking weird are you people? How sick are you fuckers? I don't want to go on too long about politics, but I just want to show you these other scumbag, absolute scumbag websites. So we've got Vox, fuck Vox. And now we've got Slate. Brett Kavanaugh's testimony made it easier than ever to picture him as an aggressive, entitled teen. Imagine somebody falsely accused you of rape, and then for the rest of your life you're going to be remembered as a rapist. Would you be angry, or would you sit there and take it like a bitch? How twisted are these people? Slate. Never read slate.com again. The New Yorker. Here we go. Brett Kavanaugh's damaging, revealing partisan bitterness. Yeah, he's so bitter, isn't he? Because his life is going to be ruined by a potentially false claim. Now, I don't know. So fuck the New Yorker as well. And they're the ones who also talked about the patriarchy and stuff. Any excuse to push their weird ideology. These people are like rodents, man. They're disgusting. Seriously. So, yeah, this is going on. I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I don't know. But you have to give the guy a fair trial, for fuck's sake. What do you people want? So that's politics out the way. That's going on. Don't understand it. Don't fucking care. This is all fucking bullshit. Stop this whole guilty until proven innocent thing. Stop this whole men are evil bullshit. All women should be believed. Stop this. Stop treating women like little babies that need special treatment and bonuses and all this kind of stuff. We're all the fucking same. You know, when it comes to intelligence, and our differences are good and they should be respected, and that's what makes us interesting. Please, people, calm down and stop with this race baiting. Stop with this fucking gender baiting. It's just designed to make us tribal, make us destroy each other. This is fucking bullshit. I hate this shit. Okay, so that's enough politics. So now I'm going to react to a new high school horror video game. This really caught my eye. I just found it while I was pissing around on the internet today. And let me just try to bring this up. Oh, fuck. I got so much video game news for you today. It is going to boggle your brain, seriously. So, okay, this game is called Last Year, The Nightmare. And it's a crowd-funded game, I believe. It's coming to Discord. Now, call me a little slow, but I'm not a massive fan of Discord. Everyone's raving about it. It's proper Nerdsville down on Discord. And when I go there, I just want to fucking chat to someone, but suddenly I'm live and everyone can hear me, and suddenly voices are coming and you make this chat. It's like, fuck, man. And you know what? You have to pay to send audio that's more than so many gigabytes. It's like, nah, mate. I'm not a big fan of Discord, but it's massive, and they're leveraging their exposure and popularity at the moment because this quite cool looking game is going to come out on Discord. So I don't know how that's going to work. I guess it's going to be streaming. Still, streaming, I haven't really done it yet. I have to get into streaming, but I don't trust it because I don't trust internet connections. And then it's going to come to PC, so the PC master race can enslave the game and take over it. Apparently it's a 6-player online multiplayer survival game, and I want to show this to you because it does look pretty interesting. Are you ready? Well, if you're ready, let's watch it together. Nice colours. 96. Oh, bit retro. This looks amazing. Everyone's been in school, so we can all relate to this, and we can all play out our fantasy within the confines of something that allows us to suspend our disbelief. The nerds, the iconic nerds. Have they got the school bully and the jock and all that lot? Hang on, is this real graphics? If it is, that's amazing for a crowdfunded game. I guess it is. Brutal. Okay, now this looks like my kind of game. This is not an SJW kind of game, I guess. If it was an SJW game, you'd just be killing white people, wouldn't you? Just joking. Calm down. Okay, so... Oh, this is why fan-funded games could be good, because you're going to get exactly what you want. Brutal violence, quite a cool setting. Hopefully we get some boobies. If there's boobies, this is a buy on site. Just give me some boobies. Fucking now that guy's relentless. I think it's going to be a bit at the end because there's still a bit of time left.
Last year, the nightmare.
This is great. Jesus.
Coming soon to Discord.
Discord, how is that even going to work? Unreal Engine, okay, that's why it looks good. They just bought a good engine. It's going to be a screamer. Come on, man, you know it's going to happen. No? Yes? No? Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for last year, the nightmare. I just think that looks fucking awesome, really. What do you think of it? Okay, next. Mario Karts have been banned in Tokyo. So, do you guys know about this? Guys, such a YouTube cliche. I'm never going to say that again. Do you people know about this? So, the first time I saw this, it was like, wow, there's Mario and Yoshi driving around in Tokyo, and they got little lights on the bottom. And it's weird because we associate Mario and Mario with Japan, and then to see Mario driving around with the other characters is very trippy. It's like they just came to life. The first time I saw it was pretty cool. Second time, kind of cool. Third, fourth, boring. And then they're just fucking everywhere, and they're really annoying because it's all these twats who can't really drive on Tokyo streets that they're not familiar with. But whenever I meet tourists and stuff, they always mention this and say, oh, have you seen this? Wow, it's amazing. No, mate, it's really annoying. So Nintendo won a court battle to ban this shit. And I've got a real nice sense of schadenfreude here because I had an Airbnb empire, and like this car thing, it basically got shut down by the government with new legislation. So when you have a good thing going, the government or the established industries will lobby the government to ban it, and then you'll be back to square one. So make your money while you can. I hope this guy made his money, but he did get sued and he had to pay damages, so I wonder how much he lost. So this is some pretty trivial but kind of big news, because you see these guys absolutely everywhere. So Nintendo complained its popular racing game Mario Kart is known widely as Marikar, just like the go-kart service name. I didn't know that. So apparently Mario Kart is Marikar in Japan, and that's the name of this business as well. Nintendo also argued that the karting company had not been given permission to allow drivers to dress up as its characters. Of course, yeah, so the guy's just taking the piss. So The go-kart operator Mari Mobility, which has changed its official name from Maricar, said in a brief statement it will review the ruling before deciding what to do next, because Nintendo added that it also won damages but did not discuss the financial amount. So this is an interesting line. The company website says its service is in no way a reflection of Nintendo's Mario Kart and tells customers not to race one another, nor throw banana peels or red turtle shells, all things you can famously do in Nintendo's frenetic racing game. That's just asking for trouble. So really, I don't feel bad for these guys at all. If you're going to take someone's copyright, that sucks. Believe me, if you create something and someone steals it, it's never a nice feeling. And so yeah, Maricar is going down the tubes in Japan, and nobody knows this, but I started a Mario Airbnb that made world news a few years ago. It was on IGN, it was on Yahoo, it was in the Daily Mail, that fucking toe rag, and it was trending on Mashable. And I basically did the same thing and piggybacked off the name. So eventually, with the new Airbnb rules, that had to be shut down. But all my Mario paraphernalia is now in storage, waiting to be reinstalled so I can get sued later by Nintendo. That should be very fun indeed. Now, the entire crew and passengers of a jumbo jet have survived that overshot a runway, and went into the sea. So I've got to admit, I'm a little bit superstitious by heart. Not cognitively, but I do get a bit superstitious, and I'm not the biggest fan of flying, I have to be honest. So this is kind of reassuring. Even if you overshoot the fucking runway, people, you can actually survive. So there's a little video here. So, look, it ended up in the fucking water, and people, they all survived. Literally everyone, which is just fucking incredible. I don't know if there's actually a video of the plane crashing. No, don't want to see a pancake ad, but I mean, we can do a very quick search now, because if there is a video of this, it's going to be amazing. No, it's just in the water. But yeah, in Micronesia, in Micronesia, a plane overshot the runway and all the people on board survived. So that's just a little bit of news to let you know you can survive if your plane overshoots the runway. Crash landing, on the other hand, is probably very different. This plane obviously landed first and just went off the end and kind of skimmed into the water. So there you go. Now we have some amazing shots of the asteroid that Japan landed on. If you've been following the Johnny Massacre show, you've obviously seen this news, and you've obviously heard of it anyway, because it's quite big news. But these shots, honestly, mate, they are fucking amazing. This is the stuff science fiction boners are made of. So we go to geekwire.com, and here we go. Here's some pictures of the asteroid. Now this is a video, so it's a 15-frame movie assembled from rover 1B snapshots. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that clarity. That is a fucking alien piece of rock. You can imagine walking around over there. It's just insane. How I wish I could be up there in a spacesuit, just like walking around. That would be fucking amazing. Here's another one. Look how clear that is. Beautiful. Another one there. This is going to inspire a lot of science fiction writers, I tell you. So we got a few more shots for that. That's some ongoing news. I'm looking forward to getting the results of all the samples they take back. And I believe I might have some more video game news for you. So let's jump to this article, the best-selling digital video games of August 2018. So this is about over a month ago. It's just interesting to see what's selling. So Madden NFL 19, despite Colin Kaepernick kneeling like a knob, had its best month ever, selling 664,000 digital copies on a console. It's kind of interesting because in my country, England, no one gives a flying fuck about NFL. They call it football, but actually football is what they call soccer. We invented football, so you're boring it, mate. But anyways, yeah, Madden selling that many copies is mad. I played Madden a lot when I was younger with my cousin, Jamie. James, if you're watching, wow, those are some great days. I love playing the video games, but I haven't really played any recently. Blizzard won in August with its Battle of Azeroth, nerdy game expansion for World of Warcraft, earning 161 million last month. So, if I'm not mistaken, Blizzard made $161 million in a month just from releasing some fucking expansion pack. Subscriber numbers for World of Warcraft were the highest they've been since 2014. Man, that's just insane. World of Warcraft, I did actually play that a little bit, and I got into it for about a couple of months, and it got to the point where when I left my mum's house, I was still living with my mum at the time, of course, basement dwelling gamer stereotype. I wasn't in the basement. We didn't have a basement. I wish I fucking did for making the music, mate. But when I left my mum's house and I was walking down the road and I saw someone in front of me moving, I'd have this very strange urge to kind of club them over the head and loot their corpse, at which point I just immediately stopped playing. But the game is very addictive. I think my brother's really into that. But fuck World of Warcraft. That's some nerdy shit that you should really, really stay away from. Believe me. So here are the top grossing digital games of the month. It's all digital these days. All digital. So PC, Master Race, Dungeon Fighter Online. Don't even know what that is. Enlighten me in the comments. World of Warcraft number 2. League of Legends. Hate that game. My mate showed it to me. Absolutely hate it. I know it's as a very, very active professional ranked circuit. And I do like a ranked online game, but fuck that nerdy isometric shit. Monster Hunter World, that's a surprise entry. I thought that would have died away, but these online games where you go out with your mates doing stuff, it seems to be the way. And then on the console, Fortnite is absolutely raping it. There's an interesting comment here in this article by Forbes. Fuck Forbes. But anyways, it says Fortnite really is a console phenomenon. They mean console only phenomenon. It only takes 7th place on PC and is nowhere to be seen on mobile, but it's smashing it on the console. They're just raking in the money. Number 2 is FIFA. Number 3, GTA. That game's been out for years. Must be like 3 or 4 years, and it's at number 3. How much money has GTA generated, and how much money is that game creator, Rockstar's next game, going to create? Red Dead Redemption next month when it comes out. Madden doing well. Call of Duty. And then it'll be interesting to see how Battlefield does after all the controversy. And then mobile, nobody gives a flying fuck about mobile. So, yeah, I thought that was quite a nice little article. And another interesting piece of news is Vancouver's Liquid Media, whoever they are, have acquired the rights to 65 classic video game titles, opening doors to revivals. So this was quite exciting. I thought, wow, we're going to get some amazing retro games. Don't know who Liquid Media are. Got some weird looking cartridge here. Classic bubble game. So these are the games that could be released. You can see this list. And I looked at most of them and they are all pretty shit, honestly. Street Fighter the movie, that was a real clusterfuck of a game. Don't even bother, mate. Loads of NFL games. And NBA Jam. See, NBA Jam is one of my guilty pleasures. The original ones on the Super Nintendo. I play that with my mate Luke every time I go back to England, even though we've got all these other amazing games. There's something just great about it. But this NBA Jam is when it started to go 3D, and it's not so good in this version, so you can forget about that. So these are all kind of crap, but one of them really caught my eye, and that is Darius Gaiden. Or Gaiden. Now, I had this on the Sega Saturn and I played it to death again with my mate Luke, my best buddy Luke, my gaming buddy I've known since day dot, and this game is fucking sexy. I doubt you've heard of this. Have a look. Oh, this is a little bit slow, so I'm actually gonna go over to Google Chrome. It's gonna be a little bit faster, I hope. So look, very colourful game, sprite-based shooting game, really over the top. I love the way that you're so overpowered. He's got a laser that's about 3 times as wide as his ship, which is a cool electric ice blue colour coming out, which is sandwiched by 2 relentless streams of fireballs, and then he's flanked by 2 little green ships shooting missiles in 4 directions out of his ass, out of his tits, while you're murdering these big robotic fish. And you've got this trippy music. The backgrounds are kind of 3D, I guess. So this is just nuts. And there's all these weird sea creatures and shit. I love fighting them. Although this version looks a little bit different to the one that I played, but there's probably various versions of this. Anyways, as you can see, it looks pretty cool, and this series has always been really good to me, so whether I've played this version or not, it doesn't really matter. I'd love to play any version of Darius Gaiden again, so hopefully this will be coming out kind of soon. That's a bit of a random one. And keeping on the video game theme, people, there was a advert by Capcom for their beat 'em up bundle, and I want to show you this advert because it's so well done. It really looks like it came from the early 90s, so much so I actually thought they used footage from an early 90s advert, but obviously they didn't for reasons that will now be revealed. But look at this great advert, this very kind of self-aware parody of themselves by Capcom for the beat 'em up bundle. Here we go.
Man, I love beat-em ups. I wish you could play this at home.
Yeah, but there's no way this is gonna fit in your house.
Captain Commando!
So you kids want to see a few?
Love the color scheme as well, man. This is very Vogue, isn't it? Pinks, greens, blues. I've always loved this before it was in Vogue.
To 2018.
How did they make it? Doesn't he look like the guy who played Terminator 2? The bad guy, the T-1000.
Say hello to the Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle. This bodacious bundle comes packed with 7 of the hottest arcade games of all time.
Final fight!
Knights of the Round, King of Dragons.
Hey, Captain Commando, that's your game!
Put some reverb on the kids' voices. Sounds so stupid. Warriors of Fate. I really want to play that. I never played that. The one game they don't have is...
And get this,
Or maybe they do have Dungeons and Dragons.
come with online multiplayer
Look at this, man. This looks sexy.
of the internet.
What's the internet?
And all this stuff fits inside that one box.
Hippo teeth.
With room to
I
spare.
like him now. I like him. Sorry, I
For
jest.
the price of one.
This looks sexy.
Buddies at Capcom.
There's 2 games in there. I think Knights of the Round and Dungeons and Dragons that I haven't played. I really want to play them.
Probably should have mentioned this was a one-way trip, huh?
You mean we're never gonna see our mom and dad ever again?
That's right.
I love that dark ending as well. That's just fucking genius. So available now. I will be buying that for sure and playing that. So you can catch me online at my gamer tags Johnny Massacre on PlayStation. So no, actually it's Mariah Carey's tits. Sorry, spelled MariahCareyZ, I think. Try searching for that, it should come up. So that's about it for today's news roundup. So now it's time to talk about my life. So I've had some really fucking good news. I told you I was doing some business stuff, and finally the business shit is all done. So I'm going to come clean now with what the fuck I've been doing for the last 4 years. So I started an Airbnb empire. Had up to 10 Airbnbs. A couple of the apartments I had, one of them, the rent was, I don't know, $5,000-$6,000 a month, but then you'd make way more than that in profit. And so I was running this empire that was keeping me going, enabling me to do music. But then Japan changed the rules because the hotel industry was losing a lot of money. There was tens of thousands of Airbnb rooms, and for all those 10,000s of Airbnb rooms, there were tens of thousands of empty hotel rooms. And the hotels are old and stagnant. They don't know what foreigners want. They're overpriced. They're too small. And we know what foreigners want because we know about the market. And so the hotel industry lobbied the government, gave them backhanders and bungs and all kinds of stuff. It's a two-way street. And they keep it Corleone in Japan. It has the biggest organized crime in the world. Just look it up. And so the hotel industry basically shut us down. So I had to close all my Airbnbs, but there's one left. It's so hard to register with the new licensing laws, but got it registered. It's all mine. I'm fucking good, baby. Fuck you, government. So now I'm going to be looking to get more of these and expand again, just so I can, keep doing music full time. But yeah, sponsor me on patreon.com/Johnny Massacre, and you're going to get more of these videos and more music and so on. So that is really good news. I'm super happy about that. I have to admit I was a bit stressed about it, but I had to just keep myself busy. That's why you're getting so many Johnny Massacre shows. So for everyone who watches, you kept me going. And when people leave comments and they say they like this, or they want to see this, or ask me a question, or like, where's the show? That's what keeps me doing it. I do it for the people, because I don't believe in God. I'm a nihilist. And when you're gone, who's going to remember you? I'm a bit of a creative loner. I'm always doing what I need to do to achieve my dreams, which doesn't leave a lot of room for being sociable. So the only way I can live on is in the hearts and minds of the people. So as long as you support me, mate, I'll just keep doing it. I do it for you. I really do. So yeah, feeling very good about that. There was paperwork here everywhere, but I've just fucking stashed it away. That's from my permanent visa, which I'm working on now. So other things to keep busy on. And yeah, as I say, the day is darkest before dawn. Now, I just want to show you some really weird, random shit. So we use this chat application called Line in Japan. It's the Japanese version of WhatsApp. Actually, it was made by a Korean company called Naver. It looks like Naver. Sounds like naval, but called Naver. I don't know if you pronounce it Naver or Naver or what the fuck, but it's a Korean company. But they make the biggest chat application in Japan called Line, and it's awesome. It's all built around this set of characters who are rabbits and bears, and it's kind of adult. There's a lot of adult jokes, and it's just better than WhatsApp basically. And I sometimes get sent these weird advertisements and stuff, and for some reason I've got some advertisements for Japanese girls' clothes. I guess I want to see what they like and what they wear, because before I met my current girlfriend, when I was dating, I want to know what these bitches be wearing, you know what I'm saying? So let me show you the kind of shit that sort of young trendy girls are being advertised. Let me show you the kind of shit young trendy girls are receiving in their chat applications in the form of advertisements, okay? It's very fucking weird. So look at this, right? This woman doesn't look like a normal person. I mean, this looks kind of like a rather trendy hospital gown that's been dyed black. This woman is painfully slim. She clearly does not eat enough. She's all skin and bones. She definitely doesn't have any booty to speak of. And it just looks also forced and weird, doesn't it? If you met a girl like that, I mean, would bang, but it's a little bit disturbing, isn't it? I mean, if you went out for a date with her in the park, crows would be landing on her just to make a mockery of the fact that scarecrows aren't scary. So look at this. Then you've got this kind of jarring hat, this flannelly top that looks rather cheap, but this is kind of in vogue apparently. And then Chanel copyright infringement going on down there. Just bizarre, isn't it? It's not trendy, but there's something about Japanese women. They've got this amazing power. Whatever they stick on, it just kind of looks good. But as a foreigner, something seems wrong, something seems amiss. This would be like dating an android. Something seems synthesized and bizarre. So it's all a bit weird, doesn't sit right. And those legs, darling, come on, put some curves on those legs. Go to the gym, do some squats, eat your spinach. Just bizarre. So this is the shit that I sometimes see in Japan. I just wonder what the fuck is going on. So now onto the mailbox. My man, Charlie Eugene Herrera, at Eugene_Charlie, that's CHARLEY, asked, what the hell is rockabilly all about? Now, he's not just asking about the genre, he's asking about the rockabilly Japanese people who do a weird dance and shit like that. So, let me explain. There's a very famous park in downtown Tokyo called Yoyogi Park. And on a Sunday, these guys get together all dressed like 50s, I think, 50s bikers. And they start doing the twist and shit to rockabilly songs. So the first time you see them, it's kind of mind-blowing. And actually, it's a major, major thing now. In a lot of the tourist guides and stuff, it recommends to go to Yoyogi Park on a Sunday just to check out these guys dancing. And I think they're still there. I don't know a hell of a lot about these people, but I did actually ask some Japanese guy what the hell this is all about. And it's a lot deeper than you think. Apparently, these guys were quite serious gangs back in the day. I think around the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Apparently, they used to meet up and beat the shit out of each other, which is kind of hard to imagine because Japanese people, they're such melts that they don't get into any kind of scuffle whatsoever in Tokyo. I think outside of Tokyo in some of the cities like Osaka, they might get into some scraps, but not in Tokyo. So that's kind of interesting. And like a lot of Japanese trends, they're taken from the West, and when they take them, they kind of wedge them through the Japanese filter and create something beyond the intentions of the original designer. So even though these rockabillys are wearing rockabilly clothes, again, just like the fashion I saw before, it doesn't sit right. Something's not quite right about it. It's just a little bit too perfect. In Japan, everything has to be fucking perfect, to the point where sometimes it's not even necessary. You don't even notice. And they try to copy it so perfectly that it looks fake, you know, because a real rockabilly will be a bit dirty, have a bit of grease and what have you. But Japanese would be ultra clean and, you know, and the beard will just be perfect, the hair will be perfect, unlike a real rockabilly who'd slum it a little bit, I imagine. So I'm going to show you a video of these people dancing. It is quite entertaining. So I guess what you want to take away is these people are probably a bit more serious than you think, even though it's a bit campy and they just look like twats. There is something behind it. There were serious gangs who dressed up like this. But it just makes you think, why can't you get your own fucking style, mate, and have a ruck? Let me bring up the video now. I mean, it's something to do, isn't it? But you gotta love the style, the blue jeans and the black top. But it's just too perfect, isn't it? Look how clean these guys are, and that is just ridiculously camp. That guy on the left. I mean, I don't know what he's auditioning for, but probably the feminism championship. They're twisting, shaking, and grooving. So I kind of want to infiltrate this, actually. This is quite interesting. I might have to go down there and do a little interview with my Japanese mate. That would be decent, and ask him about the history. But my anecdotal story is this shit is more serious than you think. It looks campy and tongue-in-cheek and silly, but these guys were actually a little bit tough back in the day, apparently. And I think this is true, because one time I was walking around near Yoyogi and there was a cop car and they were telling them off, and there was a big group of cops. So maybe they're obviously aware of the history and they like to be a bit naughty or whatever, but they had this ridiculously beautiful shiny bike, and I was thinking, no mate, it's all too clean, it's all too clean. But it is interesting when Japan takes something and tries to emulate it, you get something new. Cultural appropriation. No, it's actually kind of fun to see. So that's what's going on with rockabillys in Japan. So love or hate, am I joining the light side or the dark side on this episode? I'm gonna join the dark side. My sleep is slipping. I warned you, I was getting up at 5 a.m. and now it's 4:20 in the morning. I was trying to finish this music video and I kept having to re-export it for whatever reason, so my sleep is slipping and I don't want to let it slip. So there has to come a point where either I don't sleep and I go all the way around the clock, make myself tired, then suffer for a few days while I get back on track, or I try to wake up after 3 hours and then fall asleep tonight. But it's turning into a habit. As you know, once it's a habit, it's hard to break. So I've got to get back onto that rise and shine shit. So thanks for tuning in for today. It was a bit fucking haphazard as usual. Sorry about the political rant. No, I'm not fucking sorry. I'm not apologizing for that. That's how I feel about it. But I don't want to bring in the politics, but the left keep bringing me back, because the left are going mad right now. I like sitting in the middle watching the left and right ruckus, but that was a bit mad. I hope I could temper it a bit with the video games. That's it for me for this week. I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I will catch you again on Monday. See you on the next one. See ya.